Hi everyone, I would like to demo Google Secret Kubernetes and side project that I created. Basically, it is a Kubernetes-based CRD and controller for synchronizing Google Secret Manager data to your Kubernetes application. So if you never heard of Google Secret Manager, so it's just a secret vault storage. It's a third-party application like Vault, where it stores all of your application credential, like the private cert, public cert, and DB password, and so on. And then if you want to use this, you have to use the Google Cloud SDK and GCP Service account to fetch all of the data from here. But in this case, I don't want to do that. So what I do is I created a controller. Basically, the controller will fetch the data from Google Secret Manager and how it really works. So it will use the Kubernetes admission controller. It used mutating admission, and I created a webhook. So this webhook will intercept all of the resource created by a user. Let's say if it's a pod, I will add another mounted volume, uh, and eventually the mounted volume will be used to store the secret fetch from Google Secret Manager. So the mounted volume will be /google/secrets. And how it works, if it detects an annotation from the pod, some kind of annotation that already predefined, it will inject a init container, and it will use information from Google Secret Entry. Basically, it contains all of the secrets that you want to fetch, and fetch it from Google Secret Manager, and then it stores in the shared mounted memory so that the application container can use the secret. And for the installation, you only need to create a namespace and create and run helm install. It basically install to a controller. The first one is the CRT controller, and another one is the agent injector that will inject and mutate the pod information with init container. To use that, you're gonna have to specify a secret containing service account key of your application, and then you basically create a Google Secret Entry. It contains all of the secrets that you want to fetch from Google Cloud Secret Manager, and you also specify the secret that you want to use to fetch the data here. And this one is the name of the file that will be used to store the secret data. And then you apply those CRD, and then you're gonna have to specify some role and role binding to your service account of your application. And then later, what you have to do is you have to specify some annotations. In this case, google.secretsecurity.imrenagi.com/agent inject with true, and then you specify the name of that CRD you already defined before. In this case, Google Secret Entry sample, and then you apply the pod, and the pod eventually will be mutated and will be added with some information like init container, mounted volume, and so on. So I'm gonna demonstrate it to you. Okay, in this case, I already have the secret entry. I fetched two secrets, and eventually it will be stored as key1 and key2 file in the /google/secret directory. And then it used this secret. The secret already accessed in my Kubernetes cluster. And then I have a pod. Basically, this is just an Nginx. You see here, it only has one container. There is no init container and mounted volume in this case. And I specify an annotation, agent inject true, and agent Google Secret CRD with Google Secret Entry sample. And then I have the service account, and I also have role and role binding to binding the role to the service account that I use in here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply it. Apply pod. Okay, and I'm gonna apply the secret entry. And if we take a look into the pods, you will see that there is a static web running right now. If we describe, we can see right now this pod has two mounted volume. The first one is for the service account created by Kubernetes, and this one is created by my agent injector, which is the volume for Google Secret, and the path is /google/secrets. So if we go into the pod, and then we will be able to see all of the files here. And if we want to see the content, key1, and we can see the value of key1 is actually val1. And if we can also do the same thing for the key2 always. I think that's all. Thank you.